Hi everyone, I hope you're all well and welcome to today's video. In this video we are going to be tackling level 20 to 21, and the goal for this level is that there is a setuid binary in the home directory similar to the previous one, and it does the following. It makes a connection to localhost on the port that you specify as a command line argument. It then reads a line of text from the connection and compares it to the password in the previous level. And if the password is correct, it will transmit the password for the next level. This is a note that you can, take note of. And these are the commands that we may need to solve this level. Now, let us break down what this means. We are told that we have a setuid binary, which is an executable file. And what does it do? It makes a connection to localhost on the port that you specify as an argument. So you remember in the previous one, we executed the setuid binary, and then we put our command there, so that was an argument. In this argument we'll specify a port, and then that port is what will be accessed, and this setuid binary will read that line and compare it to the password, which means that they need to match, such that if the password is correct, then it will transmit the password for the next level. So how we do this is we first log in. This is 20. Paste the password. We are in. So we have this SU connect, and how we know it is a setuid, like I taught you before, it has that S, meaning that it has setuid enabled. Now let us execute it to see what happens. The usage, so we are supposed to execute it and then specify a port number, and then this program will connect to the given port, and then if it receives the correct password, then the next password is transmitted back. There are two ways you can do this. You can create two terminals and then listen on one side and then transmit on the other, or you can just use one command. Let us just use one command to make it efficient. I copied it here to make it easier, so we can just close that. So we paste it here. So what this command does is that it inputs the password of the previous level using the echo command, and if you remember about piping, now it takes that input, actually output, because echo will output this same password, and then that output will be used as an input here. So this once again is Netcat, and then this option L is for listening, to activate listening, and then we specify a random port number. You can use any number as long as it is not one of the port numbers being used by all these protocols. So in short, we're just taking the password and then inputting it into here, which is what we are told to do. We are told to specify as a command line argument, and then it reads a line of text and compares it to the password. So it reads this and compares it to the actual password. So if they match, it will output the actual command. So that is how we go about it. So if it does that, then we can use a different port number. Oh yes, there's something that I have forgotten to do. So since this is not the only command we're going to be using, we can just use that same port number, and then we can use that symbol. What it means is that it will be expecting another command. So the ampersand symbol is what used to chain different commands together. So we put it there, and then this output simply means that that process is running here. Now once that happens, now we can execute our setuid and then specify the port number that we used, which is 4900. So yes, here it says password matches, sending next password, and then below it we have the password for the next level. That is it. That is how you can use setuid and all these other concepts to retrieve the password. I hope that makes sense, and I hope you found value in learning that. Be sure to check out all these other commands so that you can understand how you also use them to solve this, because again, there's no one way to solve this. Yeah, that is it for me, and I will see you in the next level. Thank you and bye bye.